9:02 p.m. Tuesday, January 8th, 2019, episode number 694 of Oh Yeah Dude. My name is Jonathan, and this is Seth. Hello, Seth.
Jonathan. Hello. Oh Yeah Dude. America through the eyes of two American Americans, episode 600. What was that?
694.
694.
We're getting close here
episodes.
to 700.
Thank you so much for joining us. 2019, 2019. I'm going to start off. We used to say, make it fine with 49. And we were going to annex the
Did
state
I say
of
the
Florida.
month and stuff?
I'm not sure. It's January
8th, 2019.
201-9, episode 694.
Yes. Yes, we used to say that.
Well, in Florida, there's new laws for the new year. Current minimum wage in Florida is $8.25. There you go. Thank you for working for an hour. Here's $8.25. What? How's your country? They have a cost of living adjustment that they've got to adjust for the cost of living because, as we all know, the cost of living is fucking psychotic. So thus, it would make sense to start a new year, you'd make an adjustment. Well, they've adjusted that new minimum wage from $8.25 to $8.46.
Sick.
So what they've essentially said is, my math, again, is always a little off, but from what I can decipher, that's an extra 21 cents an hour. And so what really that does is you hand over 21 pennies to somebody every hour for 8 hours, thanking them for their work. I figure that's about $1.68 a day. And then if you work pretty much a 40-hour, let's say 5-day week, 8 hours a day, you're making $8.40 more a week. So what you're saying is, we heard you loud and clear. We're adjusting. Here is our adjustment. Friday at 5, punch the clock, working for the weekend. Somebody slides over a $10 bill. You go to grab it. They slap your hand, say, not so fast. Give me back up. You got a couple bucks back? Change? Get out of here. I'll see you on Monday morning. We are not being nice. We're so fucked. What are we doing? I just don't understand.
It doesn't seem like it's enough money.
It doesn't seem as if that would be enough money.
No.
For a elementary school child. If you try to pay your child who's in elementary school, they would punch you in your sleep. If you were like, hey, do your chores.
Here's $8.
I'm going to give you $8 an hour for your chores. They'd punch you in the teeth. Let alone if you were an adult and that you had children. But what can you do? Listen, I'm not a finance guy. I'm a numbers man. I don't understand GDP. I understand UYD, but not GDP. I don't understand small business. I don't understand tax codes. There just has to be. I understand though, fucking common sense.
Yeah.
That's the sense I understand. That's the sense
that I
go by. I don't know, man. It seems like it doesn't seem like that much money.
It's not.
Okay.
It is
and
not.
I guess an adjustment, the implication of that, I went into the chiropractor for an adjustment. What's a chiropractor? Well, that's what you'd have to say to somebody if they were making $8 an hour because they wouldn't know what the fuck that was.
You'll never see one as long as they live.
As long as you live. You have to work 6 months to get a consultation at a chiropractor.
It's
on my bucket list, 2019. I've never been to a chiropractor. I want to do that.
Do you?
Yeah. You know what it is? I kind of looked it up a little bit. I'd love to go to a chiropractor, but it's like they don't just. It's like, we'll need 10 sessions. I just want to go and be like, I went to a chiropractor. Does that make sense? I don't want to go 10 times. I don't want to.
Like therapy.
Like therapy. I just want to go once.
And get
hey,
adjusted.
I'm wick fucked up. What do you think it is? Parents. Okay, I'll go with that.
All right, I'll see you later.
Call them both up.
See you in a couple of years.
See you in a couple. Mom, Dad, you went to therapy.
It's your fault.
You done fucked up.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, no, I think you could probably
on one sash.
Go to say like
Body work.
Get some body work.
Listen, it's 2019. You've been taking care of yourself. You hit the ground running. I think all of us in 2019, we should.
Well,
shit.
that was a. What were you trying to do?
He was trying to get all the way up. Don't do that to me. Oh man, I need to sit down.
What was he trying to do?
He was trying to get all the way up to the mantle.
But what's on the mantle, which have kept him? Because there's no way he can't jump that high.
He got fucked. He goes off the table here. I think the cord fucked him up.
Got it. Very rare to see him. He's very graceful.
Dog. Baryshnikov.
He doesn't even try to do it again. He just brushed it off and walked away.
He knows he was filmed, and he's like quite
he's
embarrassed.
like, "Oh shit, man!
We
got
doing
this on
these episodes.
camera."
Last year, I could do anything. Nobody got caught slipping like that in his own home.
Yeah, he was embarrassed. He just walked away.
It is his home.
You okay, Miz?
I think everyone should pick a discipline this year and just treat themselves one time, except in Florida and that. But anyone else that's like one body discipline, cryotherapy, a facial, chiropractic work, Pilates, sound bath, one
healing art,
tarot.
I think also chiropractors have a tendency to not be covered, I think, a lot of the times in people's insurance because it's like considered like a pseudoscience or something, I think still.
Definitely. Like dental work. You want to get your teeth cleaned?
So I told you I've been going to the dentist. And I got a bunch of my shit dealt with, but two things. First of all, from the last time I went, which was almost 2 weeks ago now, he had done some work on a tooth down here. And in order to get down to the bottom tooth, often they'll inject Novocaine into the main nerve that runs the length of the jaw here. So that actually, you inject the Novocaine in the back of the mouth, like right where kind of the ball of the jaw is. And he did it, and it didn't take. And then he did it again, and it didn't take.
What does that mean? Didn't take?
I still had feeling throughout all my jaw and everything. It just wasn't working.
Is that because you've got a lifetime of doing so many substances that your body fought it off?
I don't think it has anything to do with that.
Okay.
I think it has to do with the fact that it didn't. It's possible he didn't get into the nerve because where he maybe thought it was or whatever, it didn't have any effect. So he wound up shooting Novocaine directly into the gum line where the tooth was, which, numbed my whole chin and lip and everything here.
3 times, huh? 3 shots.
So one thing was when I was driving home, I was sort of feeling this weird thing on my lip and I was kind of chewing on it and I was like, what the fuck is that? And then all of a sudden I had this weird taste in my mouth and I'm driving and I'm like, what the fuck? And I pull my lip back and it's just gushing blood. I've taken a huge chunk out of my lip.
What you were chewing on, you mean?
My lip was what I was chewing on. I had chewed.
Didn't think of that?
I just thought it was maybe.
I can't feel it. Maybe if I chewed it.
Yeah, so I took a pretty big piece out of my lip from that. But since I've been there, I cannot open my mouth. I can open my mouth about 50% of the.
This dentist
I don't know if you saw me.
Where?
No, he's my guy.
Okay.
He's my guy. And this is not uncommon that this happens, that there's some tender bruising in that area. But I don't know if you saw me eating, but I've had to modify the way I kind of have to get.
I know every year you do a different eating style. I thought that's just
change
what
it up
every January.
So I can't really get much bigger than like this.
That's all you need.
That's what she said. So that's what I told her. But damn it, there was something else about that. So I gave them my
money.
My money. I gave them my insurance information, my dental insurance information. A lot of people I know lately have told me that they've canceled their dental insurance because it's exorbitantly expensive and doesn't cover much. And my, chronic special person syndrome, I assume that wasn't the case with mine. The first thing I did before I got the cavity work done, the first time I went there for a cleaning. The cleaning cost me $90 for a cleaning.
That's great.
Which
good
is
deal.
totally good price. for extensive cleaning. It'd also been a few years since I'd been there for a cleaning, so she spent quite a bit of time on me. My insurance covered $15
Sweet.
of my $90 cleaning.
Just your 2 front teeth. I
So-
just need these done. That's all you can see when I smile.
So I can assume that when I get back from the insurance, what it is that they're willing to cover on the cavity work that I had done, that we're pretty much done.
Be like,
and
pay for the dentist gas to drive to the office.
So
we're going to cover that,
I
sir.
guess I'll be canceling my dental insurance here pretty soon.
I don't have.
Nobody has it
vision or
anymore.
dental, I guess.
It's
well, because it's so expensive to have any insurance anyway. You're not going to
Yeah.
add anything onto it.
yeah. So,
Right.
but
Check your statements.
check your statements. They fuck you good on that stuff.
Any which way.
But
they
yeah,
can
so
go.
now it's like a chiropractor. Like I think my insurance,
Oh.
like it's like, yeah, calm down,
Chiro-
dude. Like you can get one physical a year, and like if you like,
Yeah, with no like blood work taken.
Yeah.
You just
So
Doctor gives you. He hits you on the knee, and you only get one knee.
no, and you
So
only get
pick
one,
your knee.
one hit. It better
Pick your-
go.
Pick your knee. Well, if your right knee bounces, I assume your left leg bounces. Get the hell out of here.
You're fine.
You're fine.
United Health Foundation released their latest America's Health Rankings. That's a state-by-state rundown of the. It is the longest-running annual assessment of the nation's health
Got to assess
by
the nation's
state.
health. Mental health or physical health?
This is physical health.
Okay.
Mental health comes out next month.
Okay.
So the number one healthiest state in the United States,
Have I been there?
you have.
Okay.
You like it there. You love it there. Is Hawaii.
Of course it is.
The great state of Hawaii, number one. And then,
Body's health.
I mean,
Mental and physical.
You can tell when you can sense it.
Tanned, taut, toned bodies.
Yes, good sources of
Avocados the size of eggplants.
yeah. It's beautiful.
The state reeks of health. What would be at the bottom of the 50?
Bottom of the 50 at 48 would be Alabama.
Okay.
At 49,
I'm going to get an idea what the Lano state going to be. Probably not in there, but I am going to guess, and this is even crass to say. I don't want to tell tales out of school, and I hate to cast any assumptions, assertions, cast stereotypes. I'm going to guess that the bottom of those states are probably in that region down there where I'm going to be called that herd of Hatta.
49.
And I don't know why. Is that rude to say? I mean,
We've done these before, and
Okay.
and so history would lean in your favor.
okay.
49 is the state of Mississippi.
Okay.
That's MISSISS
MISSISSIPPI. Did I spell it wrong?
IPPI.
Okay.
No, you spelled it right.
Okay. MISSISSIPPI.
And at number 50, Louisiana.
Oh, okay.
Louisiana.
There was about the it was about 35 different things that they go over, but it's like Mountain Dew consumption, like your basics.
Your basics.
Your basics.
Yeah. Meth labs per
meth lab
capita.
per capita, teeth per mouth, Mountain Dew bottles sold at local grocery stores. But guys, like, it's a bit. Come on now, it's getting a little old.
Yeah.
It's getting to be a little basic that like every fucking year,
Yeah.
like babies smoking, like children under 10 smoking, like just like wouldn't you want to fucking flip the script? Teach Hawaii a lesson for 2019.
Just like we got you this year.
Watch this.
See how fast we can turn this around.
Watch this. We don't have any more 10-year-olds smoking. They are doing tobacco, but that was
dipping.
not on. They are dipping, but that was not listed on.
They all are on snoozes.
I mean, in the list of it was like, every bad thing that you can think of is how they measured this.
I was driving
Like,
2 nights ago. Waze. I've never seen this before.
okay,
I was using Waze, and owned by Google, bought by Google Maps,
okay.
but Waze as its own standalone app.
What MapQuest? MapQuest? Who owns MapQuest?
Fucking driving down the freeway, and it pops up that there's a 7-Eleven 0.8 miles away that's having a 2-for-1 sale on Mountain Dew, and that I can that if I'm interested I can tap on it and it will add that to my route, but
Fucking
maintain
crazy.
my original
Still get you
location.
where you're
So
going.
yeah, but
We'll still get you to that KFC.
just
but how about picking up some dew before you're there? Wow.
I was like, that is
collab.
crazy.
That's AI. They knew.
They knew.
Like, I'm fucking thirsty. We get thirst right now. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it. We're still gonna get you where you're going.
Just a little detour.
Not even
Little
a
pit stop.
detour.
Pit stop.
Not even a pit stop. Necessary stop. That's a
Yeah.
That's a get
I was
down.
really like,
Good
I was
job,
sort of
guys.
shocked. I was sort of shocked.
So I did it.
So I
Because
did it.
the technology's so
just to
advanced.
make
I
sure.
don't want to curb technology. I'm about STEM. I'm about STEM in 2019. God, they'll find a way, won't they?
Oh, they.
Even when you think you can get away from it.
Yeah, just driving in your car on a sweet little road trip.
It's been listening to you.
It's been hearing
Heard you
you.
tell your wife you gave up soda for New Year's, but did you? Well, you did, but you didn't know we were going to actively take your resolutions down
Yeah, one at a time.
one at a time. Wow,
Yeah.
that's a good. Always helps when they know, when they can just.
When
be
they can just
inside.
know.
They know.
Well, like
When
my
they
Nicole
know.
Kidman fucking movie that I thought I was gonna go see.
What
Fucking-
Waze tell you to see that too?
No, but-
make a left is a movie theater to see. Do you love L.A.? Yeah. Well, Waze
love
does too.
you
Do you
love
love hidden L.A. gems?
noirs.
Do you like noir and places that never been seen on film? Take a left to see Destroyer.
So I look up Destroyer because I think I'm gonna go see it. Then I realize I'm not gonna go see it because it's like crazy and not
You
good.
could have
But
just called me and screamed at you and told you how bad it was.
But now every fucking other ad on Instagram is a fucking Destroyer preview. And it's like I read it on Rotten Tomatoes. It's like I didn't search movie reviews on Instagram. I obviously it's all fucking one thing, but it was just one of those things where it's like
Keith
you don't
Urban's
think
new CD? Like, what the fuck is Keith Urban's new CD in my Amazon fucking...
the effectiveness of it is crazy because it's obviously it's pervasive and
It
it's
reminds you enough, you'll just
but it-
be able to beat you down.
But that's the thing. It's like I had already read about it, thought I was going to see it, decided I wasn't going to see it.
What that don't mean
but
shit.
now you're sending me. But
are
why
you still alive? Then you could still have a chance to see it.
Yeah, but I guess the idea that
you
didn't send me a preview of this thing even one time before.
You did tell yourself inside your brain, no, that they just know you're still breathing.
Right.
And there is a chance, as long as you are breathing, you could go see this if they tell you to see it enough.
Yeah.
And even if you died, they would find a way
Get your
somehow
dead
near
body.
the funeral home. They would just
Have a screening.
bus would drive by
Screening
with a
of it.
Destroyer ad on the bus, and the bus driver would look in and nod at me when he drove by. They want your money, and they're gonna get it.
we didn't get to talk about this I think before our holiday break, but you called me several mornings ago. I talked about a guitar that I had that I drew, that I designed
Out of your mind's eye.
out of my mind's eye when I was a late teen, early 20.
Budding musician.
That was sort of at the time my biggest visions of my future as the next great jam band guitarist, which is also a reality show that I'm currently pitching. That was sort of a hybrid of like a Trey Anastasio meets Jerry Garcia,
greats.
all the greats. And I designed it, drew it, had it built, spent a lot of money on it. And within that year of getting it, dropped out of guitar school.
Decided I want to be a drummer.
Well,
Threw the guitar away.
Sort of hit another wall in my guitar education that was
What wall is that? Learning how to play it?
yeah, being good at it.
Being good at it. Not being good at it, being the single greatest person to ever do it.
Well, whatever. Details.
Listened to a Jeff Beck album and was like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore.
So I kept it around for a little while, but it became this sort of
Albatross.
a bit of an albatross. And I was not playing guitar at the time. I got very heavily into electronic dance
At that
mostly
point.
interpretive dancing.
You know.
No, but a lot of electronic stuff. I was doing a lot of synthesizer stuff, and Amir and I started working together, doing music for television and film, mostly the Hallmark Channel. Yoga videos, instructional yoga videos, and the Hallmark Channel. And started doing Jogger, and in Jogger the roles, Amir is an incredibly talented musician,
Virtuoso,
but especially on stringed instruments, just a beast. And so it didn't even make sense for me to really be playing guitar.
What are you going to come in? So they just say, what's this part?
So I wasn't playing guitar at all, and the guitar became this thing that I became quite self-conscious about. This is sorry, I've told this before, so I'll try and expedite it, but. Basically, I sold it.
Okay.
I sold it at the music store that I still work at currently.
What's the name of that store?
Future Music. It's now in Highland Park. At the time I sold it, the store was on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood. And I sold it for much less than... I consigned it at the shop, and it sold for much less than I paid for it. And I wasn't there when it sold, so I don't know who bought it. And... I, in the last few years, have been thinking about it a lot.
Every day.
Pretty much thinking about it, kind of wishing...
Your fingers could be back on her.
Yeah, not so much that it's any wiser of a choice now than then, but that because it was mine and because I came up with it and in all its sort of, all my embarrassment about it is long gone. And now it's just this sort of relic of my mind back then. Plus, I do now...
And an amazing guitarist.
Now I'm an amazing guitarist.
So maybe it only makes sense I have her back to only be played by these fingers.
It took a while, but I'm where I want.
I've been to the crossroads. Let's just say that.
So I talked about on the show, and I made a post about it on Instagram, and I have a...
Let's just say you put it out in the universe.
I put it out in the universe that I would love to know what happened to this thing and where it is, and maybe try to get it back. And somebody that listens to this show,
thank goodness,
somehow calls Seth up a couple of months ago and says, "I think I found Jonathan's guitar.
I got it."
And they were right. It's for sale on Reverb.com, which is an eBay for musical instruments. So Seth calls me. I literally wake up to this phone call, and he's like, "Jonathan, you're going to die." So I had called the guy who built it. I had reached out just about to everyone I could think of.
Steve Vai. Called all your friends.
Called all the Italian-American great guitarists.
Track it down. Ingve.
And it's there. It's for sale. So
Is it in the States?
It's in the States. It's in Connecticut. So I see the ad and I message the person, which the message I wrote was like, "Hey man," in the ad it says built by John Larroquette, built as a gift for his son Jonathan Larroquette. Also not true. It was my money and I built it for myself, but thank you very much.
Way better to throw that in.
But I wrote a message to the guy, and I'm assuming it's a man, and was just like, "Hi," I was like your ad says. I was like, "My name's Jonathan Larroquette, like your ad says."
Night Court star John Larroquette's son, Jonathan. Hello. Your ad says.
Like your ad says. 4-time Emmy winner.
5-time.
Excuse me, 5-time Emmy winner.
Sorry, I forgot about one of my dad's Emmys. Anyway.
So I write him, and I'm like, I actually, I talked about this guitar and wanting it back on a podcast that I do. It's called UhhYeahDude. You can get it at patreon.com. It's a little crazy during the holidays. Money's a little tight, yada, yada, yada. But I was like, maybe maybe we can figure something out. You please just get back in touch with me and let's figure this out. No response.
Nothing.
My friend was like, "You're an idiot. You think the world works. He's going to be like, 'Oh, amazing.
Wow.
It's yours.'
Podcast. I listened to that podcast."
So no message back.
No.
And so about a week or so goes by, and I just quickly do a little follow-up message saying "Hey, not sure if you got my last message.
Things are so hectic again, the holidays.
But just wondering if you got my last message. Let me know. No big deal." No response. Since then, there's been 2 offers made on the guitar, neither of which I put in, which maybe is my mistake. But so I start getting a little concerned because now people have made cash offers on said guitar.
Your guitar.
My guitar. And so, but but it's still for sale. The messages haven't been responded to. I then relay the story to a friend of mine who's a very famous musician.
And who is that?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say.
A friend of the show, I'm sure. It's fine.
Alessandro Cortini, who plays in Nine Inch Nails, and
so you're telling him the story.
Tell him the story because he's a shred head guitar guy too. So I show him the guitar and I'm like, how goofy is this guitar? I was like, this is like my dream guitar from when I was a kid. I had it built. It's for sale on Reverb. So he has been doing some featured sales on Reverb. Nine Inch Nails has been unloading a bunch of their gear
based on his.
So he has a direct line to the head of Reverb. And he was like, you really want this thing? I was like, the guy hasn't written me back. So
easy. Let me reach out to the head of the website it's on, and I'll just.
So the president of Reverb has written an email now. He texts him. Miz is going off. So he writes the head of Reverb and is like, my friend's guitar is on here. The guy hasn't written him back yet. So the head of the company that the thing is auction, the auction is on, is like, I got it. No worries. I'm getting him a thing right now. He sends a message. There's been no response.
Hardball.
No, this is not hardball. I'm convinced. And the old
person is passed.
I think he's maybe dead.
Passed over the holidays.
And so this guitar is lying in.
It's in a warehouse in Connecticut.
In flux.
Attic. Have you called the letter carrier for that home?
It's not a home.
Apartment.
I've mapped the address.
Have you? Is any listeners in Connecticut? Could they drive there and knock on the door?
That's a good question.
And by knock on the door, I mean go through the back window, get the fucking guitar, and get it here.
I'd fly out there.
Van life.
The thing about it is Amir was one of the key people in telling me to sell it at the time because he didn't like it.
He laughed in his face.
He said he's to this day, he was like, you could not to this day play that guitar on stage and like
not be laughed
essentially.
Not be laughed at by other professional musicians.
That being said.
But you're over that now.
But
that was when you were a kid. Now you're you know who you are. You're an adult man. You would play that proudly. You play that in Venice on the boardwalk. Shred
But he's still like.
Busk it.
Yeah. He's sort of in support of me getting it back, but he's like, this is still a absurd guitar.
So what we're thinking is the person is dead.
I just think now there's been multiple offers on it. Those haven't been responded to. And
head of the company's reached out.
Head of the company's reached out.
He's dead.
I'm worried that he might be dead. And
that could be in his will. He could have purposely left that to, and make sure in this last line of his will, make sure that Jonathan Preston Larroquette never touches this guitar again. Who knows?
So I don't know what my next move is.
There is,
but it's been going on for a minute here. That I go and I can look. It's very high res photographs of this guitar, the original case it was in. Of course, it's in mint condition because it's unplayable.
Yeah, no one would dare play it. So preposterous.
So it's like
your fingerprints could still be on it, and that's 90% of ownership right there.
Well,
if we could get the Connecticut police to dust that,
be like, this was stolen from me.
This was stolen from me. Really?
If you think about it.
If you really think about it.
So yeah, I don't know what to do other than, like you're saying, maybe get someone to do a drop by.
Do you have the address?
Yes.
All right, 888-842-2357.
This could really go really bad.
Or it could be horribly right. If you're in the area,
this went horribly
call up.
Right.
I'll get you the address. You roll by. Just
kick the door in.
And when I say roll by, I mean
bring a taser.
I mean you cause a commotion in the front of the house.
Start
it draws
a fire.
him out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You like no country for it. You light the gas tank. You explode the car. He comes out to check out what's going on in the street.
You go in the back.
You're Jimmy in the back. Grab another guitar. You're in there. I want
whatever.
One too. If you see another one, grab me. Maybe I'll learn how to play. Maybe John will teach me how to play. Beep, 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 beep. How long would it take me to learn how to fucking play guitar?
A year.
Oh, longer than that.
I mean, what do you mean play a guitar? Like play some Stones tunes? Like Start Me Up. Is that right? Is that what it's called? Start Me Up? Is that what it's called? Come on and start me up. Start me up and start me up and never stop it.
But start it tonight. Like something like that. A year. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
A year. Easy.
But my ear, it's not.
You got a great ear. You sing jingles all the time and you're like spot on.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Liberty. Oh, shit. But huge thank you to the person who fucking found it, who
Baller.
don't know who that is.
We didn't leave his name. I definitely call back.
But means the world. I mean, I can't explain to you what it felt like to have said.
Do you think that the person that called killed this person and they're just trying to get us involved in some sort of elaborate manslaughter charge?
I don't know, but I mean, the idea
Maybe
that I would put something out in the universe
to my favorite podcaster. I killed him.
The idea, this show is it's so weird because it's not like the biggest show in the world.
It's one of the biggest shows.
But it's one of the biggest fucking shows in the world. But the idea that I could put something like that out in the universe, and just like, The Secret says that it comes, it manifests. Ask, believe, receive. It's wild.
It's 2019, man. I'm telling you.
It's wild. I hope that I get that thing back. It would be very funny and cool, and it would mean a lot, and it would be very funny in the truest way of one's own life, being like, you're an idiot. Like, you were an idiot then for making it. You were an idiot for fucking selling it. You're an idiot for buying it back now. Because my dad was like, hold on a second. How much did you spend on this thing? And I was like, when I got it made, I was like, I'm not going to say it. It's like your ticket prices. I don't want to actually admit it open. So much money.
Oh, dog.
I mean, if I had bought...
inflated 2018?
Dog,
excuse me.
If I had taken the money that I spent on this guitar at that time and bought a vintage...
Or Apple stock or something?
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be in this apartment with you. I wouldn't speak to you anymore. I wouldn't talk to you.
I'd hate you. I'd
hate you right now.
I'd start a campaign.
I'd smear you on a daily basis. But if I had bought a vintage Fender or a vintage Gibson,
okay,
or a myriad of other items at that time that I knew a bit about because I was working in a music store,
like something that would appreciate in value,
I would be like, I bought the best, I made the smartest fucking purchase of my fucking life. And instead, here I am now looking to spend thousands more on something it's like, I will be like $10,000 into this guitar if I ever get it back. That being said, I don't care. I still want it. Just because it was mine. I was like, I drew it. I fucking drew it.
Built it, essentially.
I built it with my bare hands.
Come on.
Are you in search of the best possible job? Well, I have the best possible job. Whatever.
But
anyway, you, the listener. Look no further than software developer, according to U.S. News and World Report's annual list, which ranked the position as its top pick for the new year. The publication's Best Jobs of 2019 list takes 7 factors into account, including median salary, unemployment rate, and stress level. The median salary for a software developer is $101,790.
Fucking great.
The unemployment rate is 1.9%.
Sounds low.
According to the most recent data from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Though software developers have neither the highest median salary nor the lowest unemployment rate on the U.S. News Best Jobs of 2019 list, the position's projected increase in demand roughly 30% between 2016 and 2026, and average stress levels, I guess being quite low, helped it land the top spot, said Rebecca Koenig, career reporters at U.S. News and World Report.
Number 1, software developer. Which makes me
good
nervous.
Median salary,
incredible,
low unemployment, low stress.
Next 10 years off the charts. Very nervous that for the next 10 years, the number one job is probably the job of 1,000 jobs I'm probably the least qualified to do. That's a little unnerving.
Yes.
To think that you have 100 different jobs and the best one for the next decade.
Something you could never do.
Literally.
You couldn't even have a conversation with someone about it.
I could. That I could do. If the job was talking about software development from the back burner to the front burner, up in the cloud, then I would be excellent. I would be proficient in that.
Yeah, I think that's a consultant.
What's the job who consults about software development? A headhunter for software developers.
There you go.
Oh, my guy Chico?
Kills it.
Chico, oh my God, let's just say his head is in the cloud. If you know what I mean, right?
They call him the code killer.
I mean, then, wait a minute. Usually around a profession, there's sort of peripheral jobs loosely associated with that. So talking about software,
definitely a job.
Software development is definitely a job.
Definitely a high-paying job.
High-paying job. Low stress.
Call him the Kodiak killer.
Oh, this guy? You kidding me? You kidding me?
Code Cane Cowboy.
You kidding me? The Matrix.
They call him Matrix.
They call him Matrix, if you know what I mean. It was a movie. It's all zeros and ones, if you know what I'm talking about. You must know what I'm talking about, right? Does that have anything to do with what we're talking about? Fucking shit. And then every other job was medical field, which also I couldn't.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be
so much
patient,
time.
smart, fucking all that
Forget
shit.
it.
Forget about it.
12 years of school and shit.
12 years of school. Forget about it. Well, forget about it. Is any like Gravy Boys? Is there anything on that list for forget about it?
What about Gravy Boys?
What about Gravy Boys? Anybody talk about gravy and forget about it? No. Nowhere? There's 1,000 jobs on this list and there's no Gravy Boys on this? I don't know if I trust this list. What do you do? I'm a software developer. What do you do? I'm a gravy boy.
I'm a gravy boy. I'm glad you asked.
I'm glad you asked. I'm a forget about it gravy boy. 20-year anniversary of The Sopranos. So it's, we got to have people to talk about things.
Shit.
Speaking of, I got a cloud right here.
Do you?
Cloud 10 Snacks. Reading about this on my blogs, my food blogs. It's your favorite childhood treat, all grown up. This is a high protein, low sugar Rice Krispie treat. Been to various locations. Can't seem to find one out in the wild.
Can you have it?
Oh, you think it's probably not?
Marshmallows have gelatin in them.
Yeah, maybe
normally.
it's not some fucking. I like what you're saying. I'm sort of vegan alternative.
However, all grown up might mean that they've.
What about? Are you down with a Rice Krispie treat in general?
Yes.
Is that something you could fuck with?
I'm a fan.
If I promised you a Rice Krispie treat that tasted exactly like your childhood, your mom's childhood Rice Krispie treat, but then I told you, Jonathan, this is a plant-based, high-protein, low-sugar Rice Krispie treat. Is that something I can interest you in?
Yes.
Shark Tank?
Absolutely.
Okay, then.
You're going to get to cooking. Let me get
to work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fuck, we could just
you'd be onto something.
Some idea.
It's not the ideas that we lack.
Thought I had one.
We've had them.
Well, I thought I had one.
What?
I have my inhaler. It's not my inhaler. It's my dad's inhaler, but he sends me at the beginning of the year a couple in case I need, in case I need a little.
Through a year, how many times would you use an inhaler?
I don't even know if I've used it this year.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, this year it's only 2 weeks.
I guess you're right.
Last year, though,
I'll bring it to the game.
couple of times, here and there.
Here and there.
After you've had some curry or something.
I was like, I got an idea. What if I took this? I customized it. The little.
You mean like bejeweled it?
Not bejeweled it, but it could be any.
I've seen gold ones on people's necks.
It's like it's such a. The idea that I thought even for a second
that hadn't been done.
That it had not been done. I didn't even when I got to custom CUSTUM. I got to I
and it was an inhaler.
It was like kids kit, like fucking football teams, Marvel comics, like. Oh, you're a real dummy, huh?
Certainly with kids, because you're trying to get them to not think it's a, you want to make it.
Medical
you got to
device.
put fucking.
Yeah.
You got to put Mega Man on it or whatever.
Oh man, Mega Man, that fucking movie, dude. I was like, no way, Mega Man is gonna be good. But when I went to the multiplex and saw Mega Man, holy shit, man! Holy shit, man, Mega Man! Holy mega shit, man! That was fucking insane.
So yeah, certainly for kids, and then there's like bougie ones. I've seen bougie ones.
It's like to even think.
You know that
Be in bed and for a second think that you have an idea.
You know that the one that I got.
8 billion people in the world.
You know that I got crazy about one a long time ago about the ketchup thing. You know
What
about
was that?
It was like this
catsup what?
flange thing that I made. I came up. I started
Design,
drawing. I
yeah.
literally
In the-
I drawing it
tool
out.
shed
It was
and
like
drawing.
poor man copywriting.
Yeah, put
it.
those numbers that they put. I know there's like point ones and arrows. I'll put. Okay.
And it was the idea was a joiner, a flange.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Something that takes, okay, you ever see, it took a ketchup bottle, put it onto another ketchup bottle so the ketchup can drain into another
We
one.
marry ketchup.
What, you know how every waitress or waiter or whatever,
Yes.
food
Marry
server
the ketchup bottles.
at the end of the shift,
Have
they
to.
always have to get them all together and refill them or whatever.
I like this.
So I would watch them do it, and they would do it, and they'd stick it on, and it would start to do it, but then eventually enough air would be pushed out of the bottom bottle
physics.
and up into the top bottle to where it would stop. And so you'd have to go over and release it and then do it again, and then kind of...
That's valuable time right there.
So
with with your flange.
with the flange, essentially, it had a little carb on the side, and it was
What the
like an angle, so it would go down, but then the
Until
air
it
would
was-
get pushed out of the other side.
Wait a minute.
It was a really good idea.
This sounds like a good idea.
It is a good idea. It's still a good idea. But there are things that sort of... But I like... Okay, so the time that I came up with it, the internet wasn't quite as elaborate as it was. So it was... I searched
There was
and
no way.
didn't find...
You went to encyclopedia. It's not in there. So.
Didn't find anything. But there's a couple of things that are much more cumbersome that do the same thing. However, you can fill multiple bottles at the same time. So there'll be these stations, and it has like a trough that you can dump into it, and then
10 bottles up.
Yeah,
Do
but
the work of 10 waiters.
But don't believe the flange design that I came up with.
Has been used yet, implemented yet.
It's not been made, and it was clear and lucite and lightweight, and it was
Gorgeous design.
dishwashable, and and you could
Talk to Dyson? Have you talked to the Dyson flange, catsup flange?
Dyson Catsup Flange by Jonathan Larroquette.
By Jonathan Larroquette Dyson, man. Wow.
And I was like,
I got it.
I started like talking to people about like
About
manufacturing
flanges.
and shit, and like
What
I
do you guys
started
know about winches and flanges. I thought when first you're talking about a flask that's filled with ketchup that you travel with.
Oh,
So you always
travel
have travel ketchup flask.
travel ketchup flask
TKF
for short.
for short. What's that? Oh, this?
It's my TKF.
It's my TKF. It's a travel ketchup flask. In case I need anything with ketchup. Well, we're at a restaurant. Why? Well, hygiene and it's a special blend. I put a little bit of molasses in it at home.
It's a whole thing.
Don't worry about it. You worry about you.
You do
You
you.
do you. I'll do me.
It would be cool
To be an inventor?
to just invent one thing and be like,
No.
it hadn't.
It'd be cool to invent one stupid thing that makes you rich. It would not be cool to be like, I'm an inventor.
No,
That
exactly.
would not be cool.
To be rich enough that you're like, this is so dumb that I came up with this idea, that someone hadn't thought of it, that I did, and then I made money from it would be super cool. Yes, it would be really whack to be like, actually, I'm an inventor.
I have 12 patents. None of them work. You ever see the commercial for InventHelp? Okay. But yeah, sometimes people come up with shit.
It happens all the time.
It happens all the fucking time.
People
Like, sometimes-
take, the main thing nowadays that I see more of is not so much somebody coming up. I mean, obviously in like tech, it's like, whoa, it's a breakthrough. But like that just people take old concepts and just make them better, lighter, out of cooler materials and cooler colors. And everyone's just like, yeah. Like,
Okay.
I mean, you look at a Hydro Flask. I mean, Hydro Flask is already spawned like so many other companies that have like knockoffs that just look like Hydro Flasks. Hydro Flask's best achievement was making a water bottle, a reusable water bottle that basically fucking looks cool. Like,
Is that what the deal is?
yeah, I mean, like Yeti Yeti's like the biggest cooler company in the world. Their fucking coolers don't hold up to a bunch of other companies, but like their colorways and their fucking logo and their marketing is like way fucking better.
Color and look.
Well, I mean, it's a huge, branding is a huge part of it at this point, but there are definitely antiquated designs that are still that are used on a regular basis in daily life that could use updating, and that updating.
Think of something. What? Think of something. Don't say it. Save it. Set it. Forget it. Oh, that's a thing, right?
Oh, damn it. Egg timer. New egg timer.
Damn it.
Retail workers tested positive for illicit drugs at the highest rate among industries last year, while transportation and warehousing posted the sharpest increase in positive results.
Well, that's not transportation.
According to a first-ever industry breakdown of drug use in American workforce provided exclusively to USA Today and UID. The new data from Quest Diagnostics that's a
good diagnostic company.
come as a growing share of employers waive pre-employment drug tests or overlook positive results amid the spread of legalized pot and a tight labor market that's making it harder to find qualified workers. Some industries, such as retail and accommodation and food services, which had among the highest positive rates in the Quest study, also have relaxed their drug testing as they struggle to find workers, experts say. Quote, for employers in these industries, this should be a call-out, a worry for potential drug use in their industry, says Barry Sample, Quest's Senior Director of Science and Technology. There was a 5.3 increase in retail, 5.3% retail increase in retail. Accommodation and food services had a 4.5% increase. And transportation and warehousing, probably the most alarming, because I don't mind you being stoned and fucked up when you're, I don't know, selling me a fucking pair of sneakers, but transportation and warehousing, that seems like...
driving the sneakers to the WSS.
That's a different... DSW.
This is a different story when you're out on the road. That's more of a family.
2.8% spike.
Okay, not that...
It's fine.
But great numbers up all the way around.
So more people testing positive, but more relaxed.
So maybe it's, yeah. Hey.
I thought it was, it's harder to find qualified workers? I thought there was an abundance of overqualified and overqualified that couldn't find jobs. Which is it?
No, because I think we were in, was it when we were in Milwaukee? I think we did a story where everyone was ghosting. Oh, right. Because it's just I got another job. I got four interviews this week.
I can't.
If I'm not feeling this one, I bounce.
If
I can't do cocaine at this job, bounce. Go to the second one.
Yeah.
They don't care. You can do mushrooms at that one.
They're into mushrooms there.
They're into mushrooms there. They say, get behind this fucking 18-wheeler.
Microdose.
Shrooms. Microdose, macrodose. I don't give a fuck. Get these oranges to the next state. Quickly. Sometimes you got to take a Benny. Got to wake up. Hit the road.
Let's do this.
Sometimes a Red Bull don't cut it. Take one of these greenies. Pop this.
Take a Green Bull instead.
Yeah, a Green Bull? I invented it. Jonathan said, take an old thing, whip it into a new thing.
It's called Green Bull.
So
it's actually cocaine.
Took a greenie. It's actually newfangled cocaine. It's tough.
What?
Listen. Just do what you got to do.
The other thing is, what about, if you're not going to invent something, then the idea would be to make something that you just really love and try to make it great and think that people will just respond to that. Like
a podcast.
Like a podcast. Like I've always fantasized about owning.
This should be beautiful. 201.9.
A soda. I've always wanted to make sodas.
You always wanted to make your own flavored soda.
I want to have a soda company.
Like Coca-Cola.
No, like Dr. Brown's.
Like Dr. Brown's.
Like not like or like Boylan, who actually have made,
craft.
It was a small company that is now like actually like you can get it at fountains and shit now. I mean, they've grown.
You've always wanted to have your own soda company.
Yeah.
Preston's. You ever had a fucking Preston's?
Oof,
dog.
Knock your socks off.
Dog.
Preston's cream soda.
Did you ever have an orange cream soda from Preston's?
I don't think just a Preston's orange cream soda.
That is what I meant. Yeah, it's actually 12.5 ounces in a bottle. They give you an extra 0.5 because they love you.
They extended the cap.
They extended the cap. It's new. It don't chip your tooth, though. They're having a lot of lawsuits because a lot of people he was doing great. He didn't realize
Now he's
the
getting
extended
sued.
neck was chipping a lot of teeth.
Choking hazard.
Choking hazard. Yeah, he's getting sued a lot.
He's going to jail.
He's out of business. Yeah, he's out of business. Good kid, though.
Great sodas. That'd be good for me, right? That'd be.
Yeah, I guess.
Sodas.
Sodas. I mean, I guess there's always new sodas.
That's what I'm saying. That
it's
like
weird. You'd think how?
I know.
Haven't we had enough? How about a candy bar? There's always new candy bars.
Because it's sort of. I mean, that's a kind of a dangerous world you're getting into.
Chocolate. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just you're kind of
sticky, messy.
Yeah, and it's maybe not as karmically. I don't know if it's as selling straight candy. I don't know if that's like
Okay,
that's like might as well be a drug dealer maybe. Whereas sodas, it's like
some Molly to school children would be better.
Sodas probably aren't much better, but maybe there's ways around that.
It's cute. It's still cute.
They seem less harmless, less harmful than like
just a candy bar.
Like a candy bar.
You ever had a Preston's orange cream
candy
chocolate bar? Oh my God! It's actually 5 wafers. Excuse me, instead of 4. But the extra wafer though, you know what happened with that? A lot of people
they didn't know what to do with it.
They were getting chocolate on their fingers. They were crashing their cars. A lot of lawsuits.
He's going to jail.
He's going to jail. Killed himself. Sorry.
The day before he went to jail, he killed himself.
Killed himself. He didn't want to live there. A study shows that women lower their voice when competing for a man. To learn more about the many facets of human courtship, researchers received permission to record participants in 2 speed dating events. In all, they looked at 30 participants, all heterosexual between the ages of 20 and 40. The researchers noted that the events transpired as usual. The women remained seated at their positions as the men traveled to each woman one by one. As the events unfolded, each participant made known their receptiveness to each potential mate by marking either a yes or a no on a questionnaire. Each participant was then able to see how many other people had marked yes or no for each new date that they spoke with. That make sense?
Yeah.
In listening to the recordings and comparing them to the scores that the participants had received, the researchers spotted some patterns. First, men tended to lower their voices when speaking with someone that they would wind up giving a yes. That was expected. Prior research has shown repeatedly that men tend to lower their voices when speaking with someone that they find sexually attractive. So I guess the research is in on that. But the researchers were surprised to find that women did the exact same thing. Instead of making their voices higher when sexually attracted to a man, as prior research had suggested, the women participants tended to lower their voices.
In volume or in pitch?
Going husky, as it were.
Raspy. Vocal fry.
Vocal sexy. But there was also a caveat. The women only lowered their voices when speaking with a man they found sexually attractive if other women at the event had also judged him by giving him a yes. The researchers report that they found the women at the event to be choosier. They gave a yes to just a third of the men they spoke with. Men, on the other hand, were less choosy, giving a yes to half of all the women they met. I don't quite understand that. So what's that would be what's the difference? A huskier is what's a lower?
Does that mean lower in volume or lower in pitch?
Well, could I get an example of either? What would probably in volume you mean just
Wow. Volume. Like you're real good looking.
Hey, do you want to go see Mega Man? Whereas pitch would be, hey,
do you want to go see Mega Man?
See Chris Pine and Mega Man?
Wait, though. I would think that the idea of speaking in lower volume, if that's what we're discussing, would possibly be to stay.
You got to draw in. That's what mystery does.
Lower pitch in a man, I guess, would be maybe the idea that you're trying to sound more masculine if you're actually trying to lower the voice. My voice tends to go up when I'm around a person I'm attracted to because I'm so excited.
Boner's happening. Oh, everything was fine until that point.
Mickey Mouse.
Until Mickey Mouse said boner's happening. You were cruising, dog.
You
You
were
had no idea.
You were going to
We're
Mega
about to live a
Man.
van life, and then you,
Oh my god!
and then you Mickey'd it.
Um,
Stuff to know.
but
Sexual politics between man and women.
I think, but lower, raspier, because the thing, raspier doesn't, vocal fry is sort of both,
I think that
maybe
might be
lower in
different.
pitch and lower in volume, where you're sort of,
Well, I think
it's sounding
maybe higher.
sexier.
It sounds maybe younger or more, whereas a lower would, I don't know, denote. I don't know. More. I don't know.
I think in both cases, I think the whole thing is that you're trying to not be aloof, but maybe be more collected.
All right. Maybe in general, if you're trying to be more calm, cool, and collected,
That you
your voice
seem
would
less desperate.
and your voice would actually be more modulated. And
Yeah.
It would. The tone of it would be
Yeah.
maybe lower because you would be more seriously talking about the possibility of a trip to the
Mega Man.
Megaplex to see Mega Man. Is that something I could interest you in, miss?
Yes, you could.
Could a matinee of Mega Man be a turn on?
I'll pick you up in my van,
I
and we'll
shall-
go see Mega Man.
I have a van. Is it new? The van to me is new, but is it old? Yes, the van is old.
Very old.
But it is well appointed. And yes, I will pick you up, and doth we shall see
The man of Mega.
Mr. Mega Man, which is the
Monsieur
prequel,
Mega Man.
Mr. Mega Man, the prequel to last summer's mega hit Mega Man. This tells the origin story of Mega Man's papa, Monsignor Mega Man. How are your movies? How is your multiplex? How is your Netflix? How are your award winners? Garbage across the board.
I don't know.
What are you going to do?
I haven't seen.
Don't see a thing.
That's what you said.
I can give you just come
I
to
don't
me,
need to see anything.
save you the time. You before you even look a movie up, so you don't get fucking 3 months of trick advertising. You should just call me before, so it
but that's-
doesn't. So you don't.
But not only that, I can't even trust. I went to fucking Rotten Tomatoes, and if I had just gone off,
in high school, what are you going to Rotten Tomatoes for?
what do you go to?
Metacritic.
But isn't Metacritic on Rotten Tomatoes? No.
I don't know how. I don't know what Rotten Tomatoes is. All I know is it's called Rotten Tomatoes, and there's a tomato meter, and it's like, am I Adam Sandler?
I should go to Metacritic.
I want to read
huh?
reviews. I go to Metacritic and I read the review. I guess that no one does.
No, that's what I was reading reviews on Metacritic on
reviews on Rotten Tomato.
Yeah, it's all the biggest,
Okay.
AV Club, New York Times, LA Times. It's all the same
It's called
fucking
Rotten
critics.
Tomato, and
It's
then it's a
stupid. I should go to
tomato.
Metacritic. You're absolutely right. It's childish and it's dumb. But these fucking people, you were talking about it, like film critics, like
You're not allowed to say bad things.
you're not allowed to say bad things. So like I read somebody's criticism of it, and it's like, wait, did you? I don't even know.
Did you?
If it wasn't for the green splat or the red thing, I wouldn't know if you liked it or not.
You're like, yeah, I need a splat.
Splat or no splat?
Splat or no splat.
It's my new fucking.
That's how I do it.
How big is the splat?
How big's the splat? What are we looking at here?
Yeah, it's just everyone says everything's pretty good.
Pretty good.
And it's like all terrible.
Pretty good.
Or amazing.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I mean they do talk about it like it's
Good.
when it's good and it's not that even good then, they talk about it like it's like
But
still
what's happening now is things that are bad are now. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
No. Birdnado wasn't good.
But why is that? Why is there more? Why is there more?
So much more. I mean, the fact that there's more. Anything that's in the arts is really hard to do and make good. So if there's just a little, you think, wow, it's so hard to do it. You'd think if there'd be more, there'd be more bad. Just
But also more good?
Maybe that's what.
But it doesn't seem like that's the case.
If there's 500 shows, 250 have to be fantastic. Maybe that's what people think.
I don't know. It seems to me that by having more variety, that your taste would become more refined because
you'd be exposed to more.
And
you'd
realize
you'd be able to tell the difference.
This is just basic bitch shit, and then this is better, and this is great, better. And then there's a greater. Maybe that's flawed thinking. Maybe that's that. There's no reason that.
Well, I think also there's an idea that if something is on, that it must be good.
But that to me seems like something that might have been happening at a time when there was only 3 channels. Okay, so if you could make it on, it's got to be
good.
As opposed to now where it's like everything's on. You can put it on. I mean,
it's on. They made it, so it has to be good.
I don't know. I don't know what that is. But I definitely know that people. We were talking about it earlier. That people definitely don't care as much as they used to.
About anything, or just
I think about anything, okay. But like people watching you when I was like streaming on Insta, there's not only are you incredibly funny and spot on about stuff,
but I think shit about movies.
Yeah, but I think you getting upset to the level that you do about movies is something that people don't do anymore, and that maybe they used to. And like now they don't, because I don't know why.
Look, that guy still gets crazy. He still gets mad that the movies are bad. Look at him. So people are basically saying, people are laughing at me.
Yeah, they're laughing at you.
They're laughing at me.
No, I mean it's
look
just
at this guy.
He's still upset.
Look at him. Look at him. He's talking about Vice. He's like red and is losing his mind. Who would see that? I wouldn't in a million years, and like I guess saw it. Didn't
I guess that's it. That the people that would get upset by it avoid it. And the people that don't care just watch it and let it wash over them. They're not there.
I'm screaming about every single thing. Yeah.
I don't know. It's funny, but it does seem to me that there's more, but there isn't more good. There's just more.
What more? So much. Well, it's on. What does that mean, though? Well, it's on Netflix. That don't mean anything. You know that, right? Well, it's on Netflix. What is it? What's on Hulu? What's on Amazon? What's on YouTube Red? It's on Vimeo.
It must be good.
It's on Apple. It's on Facebook Live or Watch. It's in my Instagram story. Oh, she did it as an Instagram story. It's got to be good. Why? Well, I started on her Instagram. So it has to be good. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Well, they made it.
They made it.
It's in the theater. I saw it. It's on a screener. It's a thing. There was a splat. Tomato was red. It's okay. It's all right. It's fine.
It is fine.
It's fine.
It's totally fine.
I'm a physician's assistant now. I go to work. I come home. It's fine. I don't got to worry about anything. I'm a physician's assistant. I do home care. There's an elderly population, baby boomers. They're aging. They need care.
I give it to them.
I give them that care, physically, emotionally. It is a satisfying job. I go home. Actually, I'm not. I'm a live-in aide. I spend 4 days at this person's home. Then I go home. I go to bed. I go back. Because you have to. That's why. I mean, it's in that life is fucking music and fucking movies and television and like that's like right. That's the best.
It's the best, but I think it's not
the best.
But it's not. I mean, we see in the world that's clearly not the focus point for most people. That for whatever reason, whether they've chosen for it to be, that there's not the time or the space in people's lives to the reason they're not paying attention is because they're consumed with something else that they're probably looking for some type of escape or release or relief from, that they don't want to dive into this thing that they use for what they're trying to get out of it isn't the same thing that you're trying to get out of it. What they're going there for isn't the same thing that you're going there for.
Okay.
And so to them, it behooves them and to achieve the outcome that they're going for, it behooves them to abandon their critical mind, whereas you use that as a navigation device to figure out to arrive at something that is truly wonderful.
I want my mind to get bent.
And they're just they're just trying to half the alpha waves to where they don't have to feel
get through half of it, like fall asleep on somebody's lap
whatever.
and then like finish.
And maybe that's because of the lives that we've chosen versus the lives that they've chosen, or the lives that they've had versus the lives that we've had. I mean,
me and you individually.
Let's just say people like us. But yes,
gorgeous models. What do you
podcast models? Audio blog modeling. That we I
don't think that's the
I mean, that's not to say that you can't work a 9 to 5 or have kids and not be like, I'm obsessed with fucking good music and good movies.
No,
I'm not,
it's
but
I don't think it's that of like what,
but
where you live, what you've chosen.
I'm talking about a type of person, maybe a personality type that shows up throughout all walks of life.
I think it's
people that want it.
There's garbage. There's people that like garbage. That's been the same. We're just at a time when, like you said, there used to be that much garbage, and then people always knew like, this is really great. These people are doing great work.
I mean, historically, great things have not succeeded as much as mediocre things.
But I just mean even in like just in general. I think I think we're talking the sheer volume is what has changed this game,
but also that the mediocrity is not even mediocre anymore. There used to be things
it probably is. I just think there's whereas it used to be maybe 109 bad TV shows, there's 740 now, and I think it warps how it doesn't. There was always still only 10% of everything is great. It's now just 10% of 100 is different from 10% of 10,000.
But that's what I'm saying is I don't think that the formula equates. That if you got a steady stream, you think that there's more good stuff as well as more bad stuff? You think that the percentages that the scale that they've both grown exponentially, that there's more because there's a billion more garbage television shows, that there's also exponentially 10% equivalent?
Maybe not, but yeah, there's definitely more good. There's more good television now than there was ever. Like there's
I guess it has to be. I mean, just by the sheer.
But we get caught up in the fact there's 100 shows we're supposed to be watching.
But there's not but that's not the case with film, with movies. Like going to movies.
Maybe not movies. I
had a
rough December.
There's no way. There's no way. I think you're right about television.
Okay, so
television shows, episodic television shows.
Okay.
I think you're right.
Definitely not feature films.
I don't think so.
Yeah, not if Green Book and Bohemian Rhapsody won Golden Globes.
I don't think so. I don't think that it's like, you just haven't been going to the Laemmle to see like that awesome indie flick that came. That doesn't. It's a dead thing.
Okay, so maybe that. All right.
There is just there isn't. That doesn't happen anymore. I mean, I'm sure people make good movies, but like. There aren't like a steady flow of like, oh, that was like a really good movie that nobody saw, or like, oh, that was a really good movie and it like did kind of well.
Movies this year that you missed, like, okay.
I don't think so.
I'll buy that.
Certainly television shows.
Okay.
And I would go so far as to say that both movies and music, it's the same. I think there's far more music and there's not as much good music.
Okay.
And that's not just old man shit. I think that there's less great albums being made. But there's more albums being made.
But more, maybe
and it's tougher to find the great ones because of that. But I don't think
there's
that...
still a lot. Yeah, but if you talk about... Maybe... I don't know about music. Music, it seems also would be in a television realm that there's so much music, so many genres of music that within each, whatever you happen to be, appeals to you, that there would be... There's not a lot of...
Okay. I don't think so. I think there's certain areas of music that are sort of pushing forward, and there's maybe
Okay.
some interesting stuff getting
I
made
don't
there.
know. I'm
but I think
door CD in my fucking car. I don't know what the fuck.
but that's just it. I mean, if there was something great happening in some aspect of the music world, regardless of whether or not it was your thing, you would be aware of it.
okay.
Because that's happened
Like
to us.
like Imagine Dragons.
Like Imagine Dragons,
know, like
and
Lil Wayne, yeah.
Lil Wayne,
like they're great.
Little Tanucci.
Collabing.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I don't think that we're in a golden era of that stuff, and that we just don't know it, or something like
Okay.
that. But television, I would say hands down, definitely, no question.
All right.
But that's also because the format has changed and the borders of that have changed. You're not having to stick to the same rules that you used to. So it's also sort of just new in the idea that you can be, ultra sexual, ultra violent. You can cuss. You can, but different formats. Long formats, short formats. I mean that it's not just you got 1 hour dramas, you got half-hour sitcoms and commercials, and that's it. There's not, all of that has changed. Even the way that it's, you can binge watch. You can watch things without breaks in it. Like it's all changed, but it is better. But I don't think that hasn't happened. And going to the movies is still going to the fucking movies. It hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Listening to a record is still listening to the record. You still have to close your eyes and be like, "Oh, get me there."
Yeah.
Like
Get me there, Imagine. Get me there, thunder and lightning.
Anyway.
Okay. All right. Oh yeah, dude. America, through the eyes of two American Americans. This is episode. What was this?
694.
In the year of 201-9. We hope that you come back for 695. January 2019. Going to be an amazing year. I have a feeling this is going to be the best year yet for these episodes, comedy-wise.
Of our entire lives.
But if for our entire lives. But again, going back to the community and us together, I think there's going to be a lot of chakras going to get aligned this year. I have to be. I mean, there's no other way to go.
You can't go any other way.
Got to go back to basics. Brass tacks, nuts, and bolts.
Yeah.
Got to get our hands into the soil. Right in there. Let that vitamin D shine down and just, lower our voices and fucking do it together. So please come back. Join us for our next episode. Tell a friend if there's anyone. Podcast red hot right now, I guess.
Maybe.
People, they're making shows out of them.
They make shows out of them.
So just say,
pilots on pilot podcast, and then they make it a show.
Podcast and iTunes. And so just say to our friend, hey, you into podcasts? I got a podcast. Yeah, that would be great. 888-842-2357. That is a toll-free voice mail. And call that up if there's anything that we talked about that you want to add to or clarify or expand.
Tell me how fucking stupid I am.
Blow minds, bend minds.
Tell me what great records I missed.
Well, I'm sure. I hope somebody does call and says.
I'm all ears all the time.
I know that.
You
always you're always going through your bins.
No. I'm saying I'm all open, like by all means.
And that's across all boards. That's all genres, baby.
Also, we do this show commercial free. We bring it to you in audio and visual formats.
Pick your poison.
If you'd like to pledge to the show to keep it commercial free and to keep us alive and well. Keep the
lights on, I think in the biz. You
can go to patreon.com and pledge to us. You get access to the archives of all our old episodes that we've done that are not available anywhere else.
Going back to February of 2006.
And you can get the visual version of the podcast as well. The week that they come out, you get discounts on merch. The merch that we make, you can get on our website, UhhYeahDude.com. There is t-shirts and stickers and stuff like that available. Please think about supporting us in one or both of those ways.
All the ways. Not ways.
Don't use ways.
Ways. W-A-Y-S.
I'm on Instagram, Jonathan Larroquette. Seth Manzar Twitter. That's UhhYeahDude on Twitter. UhhYeahDude. And then tell a friend and come back.
Dude, come back for next episode. Is on our way to 700 episodes. On our way to 13 years, our anniversary, when I guess I'd be a teenager. 13.
Yes.
Was there a movie called 13?
Was
that rated
yes.
R?
Yes, it was.
The movie about
Holly Hunt was in it.
Was that rated PG-13 or rated R?
It was rated R.
Wow.
Because they did stuff.
Whoa. Well, ours is a true 13, a PG-13.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I hope not. Hey, movies, you can't be good if you're rated a PG and then a 13. I don't even know how that works, rating systems. I ain't going to get into
that
the
shit's...
MPAA. But whatever.
There's a little terrible documentary about that if you want to watch that.
Was that Kirby Dick? If you make a movie and it ain't rated R, get the fuck out of here.
It's insane.
Dude, you making a movie? Who are you making a movie for? You're making a kids movie. You're making a children's movie.
You got R-rated television, and you got PG-13 films.
Well, hey, listen, man. We made a film. It's about Freddie Mercury. It's rated G. For gay? No. For gosh. Because we want to keep it simple.
Not sure.
I'm not sure about a lot of stuff.
That might be an overseas thing, too.
Oh, it definitely is. I mean, we're like...
potty mouth.
Sodom and Gomorrah over here.
Yeah.
I mean, any other country, I guess...
That might have something to do with it.
Europe,
that might be... That's what it... That's got to be what it is.
Monitor your websites.
Yeah. I think that could have a lot to do with it.
Yeah. Your best thing is to go cartoony, PG... And
China.
Let the good times roll.
Let the China times roll.
I mean, wowza.
Yeah.
We were looking at Box Office Mojo. We were checking out the biggest movies. And these movies make some fucking money.
Just not here.
Not here.
In America.
But.
In other places.
You send these movies to some of these fucking countries. I don't know what's going on in these countries. I'm sure they're wickety whack because they ain't here. But... man, they must get excited about our shit. Something that you have to like fight to ignore, like an Aquaman. You have to do all your best to be like, if I see one more fucking Aquaman billboard, you send that there, wherever there is, over. I mean...
lights out.
Oh, dog. Baby's getting like tossed out of the way to get into the fucking theater.
Yeah.
So...
I don't know.
How's our podcast play in China? How many listeners do you think we have in Shanghai?
That are from there?
That live in, born and raised in Shanghai.
No, none.
25,000?
About 25,000.
Or none.
We definitely have some expats, but...
I would hope.
Yeah, I've received communication from some of them.
Earbuds in, walking the streets.
Yeah. Big ups to our listeners in Shanghai.
Maybe walking through Singapore, picking up some trash so they don't get fucking lashed. Does that happen there? Where's that place? I don't know. I don't want to.
Don't. You're getting on here. Well, you're already thin icing it. So
I want to thin ice this. But the kind of place that a whatchamacallit rapper gets your fucking hand cut off. That kind of place, like the Saudis and the Arabias and those places. The places where a Michelob will get your head cut off. Hey, I had a Michelob. We got your head cut off. Was that Michelob good after your workout? Because they just cut your head off. You guys like movies? You like Aquaman? So you live in a country where you get your head cut off if you drink a Michelob.
And you have to watch
But you have to watch Aquaman. All right. To each his own. Seatbelts.
Good luck on Saturday.
Good luck on Sunday.
Sunday?
Yeah.
Me, not you. You're Saturday, right?
Saturday night, you're Sunday.
Yes, thank you.
And then maybe
we'll see each other next week.
Our next episode.
Maybe streaming that.
Maybe we'll be playing each other on the January 20th.
If that happens and we don't go live, I mean, you won't be able to do it. I know, because you'll be too busy in your zone. You wouldn't be able to be on camera for that, right?
On camera, like during the NFC Championship.
Like set up like this, but while we're watching the Saints and the Cowboys,
while
duke it out.
Transmit me watching the NFC Championship.
You wouldn't be able to do that?
That's something I might have to, that night could be.
I'm just saying. Think about it.
Seatbelts.
Seatbelts.